Bike Science, Japan. The Shimano Bicycle Museum will open in Osaka, Japan. It's opening on the 25th this month, and it seems quite interesting. I'll translate the website and show you some interesting facts. I am Mark Gabres, and you're watching Bike Science Japan. Actually, this is not the first bike museum in Japan. There was a bicycle museum cycle center in Sakai opened in 1992, showing historical bikes Shimano accumulated. It was the first bike museum in Japan. 1992 was the year that Giovanni Bugno won the World Championship again with Shimano-equipped Bianchi. I think 1991 was the first year for Shimano to win the World Championship, and since 1973, the first Dura-Ace has been introduced. It has been tough years for Shimano's components. My friend, who has the largest Bianchi collection in the world, except Bianchi itself, has the actual bike that Bugno rode for 1993 season. It is a true masterpiece. If you are interested in his collection, please check the link below. We took tons of pictures with him. You can check them there. The previous museum was quite close to the Daisendo coffin, the largest coffin. I mean the largest mound tomb in Japan. In 2019, the site was approved and inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. If you're a tourist, I strongly recommend visiting the tombs there. And the new one. Let's go through the information of the new museum. Shimano Bicycle Museum is opening on 25th March 2022. It is located in Sakai, Osaka, Japan. Yes, quite close to the previous Bicycle Museum Cycle Center. I think it's like 2 to 3 kilos. The exhibition area is 3.5 times bigger than the previous museum, so it should be easier to take a close look at the bikes. The first floor looks like an entrance. The second floor shows the history and the future of bikes. The fourth floor has a very important collection to satisfy bike enthusiasts. And also there is a library. We are going to report the museum next week and make new videos for people who can't come to Japan now. So please subscribe to our channel and wait for further information. The entry fee is a little bit higher than before, but we believe it's still cheap, just only £3. You should be aware that the museum is going to close at 4:30 p.m. The last entrance is 4 p.m. It's closed on Mondays, the next day of national holidays and New Year holiday season. And has someone noticed a very interesting fact here? The address of the museum is 221 Nakakoyo Town, Sakai-ku, Sakai City. This address is the address of the legendary Sanzer's factory. Because of the land adjustment, the address has been changed from 2116 to 221. Sanzer's factory was there. Began in 1912 as Maeda Iron Works Company, manufacturing freewheels and sprockets, Sanzer concentrated on producing bicycle gearing components. In 1964, Sanzer invented the Slanto parallelogram rear derailleur. The parallelogram rear derailleur had gained prominence after Campagnolo's introduction of the Gran Sporto in 1949, and the Slanto parallelogram was an improvement of it that allowed the derailleur to maintain a more constant distance from the sprockets, resulting in easier shifting. The Sanzer derailleur cost less than Campagnolo, Urey, Shimano or Shimpex, and it performed especially well shifting under load as when changing to a lower gear while pedaling up a steep incline. A contemporary Consumer Reports test reported Sanzer was far underway the easiest to shift, and the most certain of arriving at the lightest project. Sensor's slant parallelogram spring-loaded top pivot rear derailleur provided the best shifting on the market. When Sensor's rear derailleur patent expired, the design was promptly copied by Shimano. In 1969, Sensor was the first Japanese gear and shifter manufacturer to introduce index shifting on bicycles. But the glory didn't continue. Mid-80s Sensor could no longer compete on costs, with a slew of manufacturers producing in Taiwan and other lower labor cost countries. Existing orders had been written in foreign currencies rather than yen, so Sensor suffered a major loss. It had to borrow additional cash to finance a transfer of manufacturing facilities to Taiwan, as well as begin development of new mountain bike components. In 1988, the Sensor name was purchased and revived by Sakai Ringyo Company. Sakai Ringyo Company was bought by Mori Industry. And this was the end of Sensor. What a shame. The Sensor Superb Pro was a tremendous component. In 1988, they changed the brand to SR Sensor. SR stands for Sakai Ringyo. And now, SR Sensor is the world's largest suspension company. In 2012, Junzo Kawai, former president of Sensor Japan, returned to bicycle component manufacturing with a new company called Sun XCD. 2 years later, at age 94, he passed away, and company president Taki Takimoto took his place as chairman. The new company makes mainly retro components, such as high flange hubs and TA cyclo-tourist style cranksets. The lineage of Sensor is still in the Japanese bike industry and in our memory.